Black patriarch.
We acknowledge that anytime you talk about black folk in America, you're talking about a state of emergency, especially for black poor and working people. So that when you talk about love, you're making it a priority to say, America, keep track of the prison industrial complex, keep track of the dilapidated housing, keep track of the disgraceful school systems, keep track of the unemployment rates and underemployment rates and unavailable health care, child care. That is what it means to talk about a black agenda.
I want to have a conversation about Oprah. Oprah Winfrey in the black community is like probably the closest you will get to a deified human being in terms of how she's regarded. And I just wanted to kind of bring Ben in to kind of speak about what her legacy has been, or what her legacy is at this point. We all know she's giving money to Morehouse, and she's been philanthropic in a lot of ways, and nobody is discounting that. But from my perspective, there's a lot that she has also done that's been detrimental, not just in terms of black people, but in terms of working class and poor people. We saw her come out for Obama in what was that, 2008 or whatever. Before that, but politically, and let me just say this here. My thing is in terms of not just exactly what Oprah did, but what Oprah didn't do. In the sense of, in my mind, there was so much energy in terms of what should have been done in terms of changing politics, right? Like, if you believe that people work too hard, if you believe that people, having to work 60 hours a week and have kids, if that's too much, in the terms of the way our society is constructed, then the best thing to do is to change the society, as opposed to saying, well, come home and write down 3 things that you're grateful for. You know what I mean? So my thing is, people don't understand how the unwillingness to deal with the political aspect of life, which Oprah did all the time. There was nothing Oprah ever asked you to do to change your life which involved changing the system. Instead of fixing the system where workers have more access, or are rewarded with more of the reap the rewards of their labor, as opposed to getting crumbs at the bottom and fighting for crumbs, you're telling people that, that they're just not focusing on what they need to be focusing on. Like, if you're just not drawing this wealth to you, and like you said, it's this hard work trope. I'm not saying that anybody shouldn't work hard. We should all work hard, just because of our values that we have as human beings, because it kind of pushed the idea that, like, if you are having problems, there's something wrong with you and you have to fix it. You're not being grateful enough, or you're not looking at the positive, or your perspective is wrong. As opposed to, like, no, maybe the system is just jacked up. Maybe the system worked for you, but maybe the system doesn't work for everybody, and maybe you're not the person to be having that conversation. Learning how to manage your time better isn't going to make you less tired. You know what I mean? So it's all of this stuff that we don't think about, and that's why we don't really have a political education, because we bought into this notion that everything that happens that goes wrong is our fault. Good afternoon to everybody, and I just want to take a little time to discuss something that I discussed earlier on my Facebook page, and I just want to take it up here. And the discussion is about immigrants, and something that I'm kind of tired of. My problem, honestly, right now is with is with first and second generation immigrants who are wholly ungrateful to African Americans in this country. Given that the rights that they enjoy in this country were bought with the blood of African Americans. It's always amazing to me when immigrants, and I don't even care what color the immigrant is. I don't care whether you are like Bobby Jindal, or I don't care whether you immigrated from Latin America. I don't care whether you immigrated from Mexico. I don't care whether you immigrated from Mozambique. I don't care whether you immigrated from Nigeria. It doesn't matter to me. This whole theme that we seem to have going sometimes, that immigrants are in any position to tell or to preach to or to lecture to African Americans about how we need to or should behave in this country. The first thing that you need to say to African Americans when you reach this country for the first time, honestly, if I'm being honest, the first thing you should say to African Americans is thank you for what your ancestors have done to win me the rights to actually be here, to work here, to earn money in this country. The fact that you aren't being ran off a farm because white racists don't want you there, that's because of African Americans. The fact that you are viewed, at least in terms of what you can do in a courtroom, at least legally, you are viewed as a whole human being. That's because of African Americans. The fact that you aren't working on a farm, you aren't sharecropping, though you aren't limited to those choices of being a sharecropper or as being a maid. That was integration. That was a freedom struggle of who? African Americans. What I am saying is that whether it's Dinesh D'Souza, who is just an out and out racist, or whether it's Bobby Jindal, or whether I'm tired of hearing from people who say, well, my parents came here, my parents came here in the 1930s, or my parents came here, in the 1940s, and they immigrated here. My parents came here and made a life for themselves. Okay, if your parents immigrated here and made a life for themselves, and you are a person of color, You don't have anything to say to African Americans about what we should be doing. What you should be saying is, thank you. We really appreciate what you did. We really appreciate the fight that your people fought. And we really want to, learn more. We really want to understand more about this freedom struggle and how you guys did this. It would be great, if that kind of approach were taken. Because really, you don't know enough to kind of make this kind of criticism. And you're living from rights fought, because black people in this country, African Americans, lost their lives fighting for. Who are you to tell us? Like, we should be teaching you. Who are you to tell us what to do and how to be? Now, I'm not saying that I'm anti-immigrant. I love my immigrant brothers and sisters. But, there has to be some gratitude here.
Yeah, I think we should vote. But at the end of the day, this two-party system is a two wings, one bird. It's still flying in the same direction. And so I think we've been fooled into thinking, Martin King said, that don't join either party. He said, use both of the parties if they support your interests. He said that if you can get the Republican Party to support your interests, then deal with the Republican Party. He said, but don't give your allegiance to either one. What happened after King died was people like Jesse Andrew Young and all those guys under the civil rights industrial complex system, they took the civil rights movement and threw it into the Democratic Party. We've been stuck there ever since.
In 1976, 60% of black youth could not find a job. And you talk about black women. Hey,